Specialist seems pretty strong, but I don't know. I just don't really think it's that fun clicking on the special attack orb over and over. Oh, what? Khopesh, I'm sorry. I didn't know your game. So it might make sense to show off these new Echo weapons against the Echo KBD, but I just got them from him and I didn't really want to fight him anymore. It's not like I need a second pair. So I immediately ran to the God Wars dungeon and went after General Graardor. You know, I gotta get me some melee armor upgrades. And I hit pretty freaking hard, especially whenever you use that special attack. It just melts through whatever. The way I was fighting him is actually sort of similar to if you're doing a conventional group kill, like anytime I want to mess up his attacks, I can run under him, or anytime I need to eat, I can run under him so he can't hit me and I can buy a little bit of time. Really, the main thing that gets you here is just the minions, at least in the gear that I'm wearing. In Void, you don't have a lot of defense, so I kind of get eaten up by them, but that's what Banker's Note's for. This boss is insanely doable. 20, 30, 40-second kills, infinite food. Like, really, you just need some prayer pots, and you can do whatever you want here. And this is not in my, like, max setup either. Now, Krill and his minions are a completely different story. If you have the Clue Compass, you can immediately teleport outside, spam all your special attacks, kill them in like 5 to 15 seconds, then go to your house, get your special attack back from your pool, get your prayer back from an altar, teleport back outside, special attack spam them. It is so crazy fast. Like, I just wish he had some better drops. If you want to farm some God Sword shards, or if you're looking to get that pet, which I kind of want the pet, it is pretty sick, then you can make some mad moves here. It is very, very good. Also, you probably picked up on it just from me being there for a short period of time where I'm doing these cheesy little kills, but he is like really glass cannon. Him and his minions hit really hard, but I also hit really hard. So we're kind of just like constantly slugging each other. So if you do want to do some like normal trips, you're going to be eating a lot, but they're still going to be really fast. This one was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. Commander Zilyana also does a lot of damage, especially if she gets her like Sarah Sword special attack going, but she's not really built for meleeing her, but that goes both ways. There's some kills where I'm tearing her up before she can even really do any damage to me at all. And I've found that her minions are a lot easier to take down than some of the other God Wars minions. I think I might like doing this fight a little bit more than the other two, and if I had Specialist here, it would go absolutely insane. The special attacks hit her very, very well. And then we move on to the worst by far of the normal God Wars, Kree'arra. You literally cannot hit her or her minions with the weapon. There are a lot of places in the game that are just kind of not built for you to be meleeing, and unfortunately the relics just don't really give me enough accuracy to be able to brute force it for a lot of different places. Having the off style, I think, is what I'm going to have to do here. I have the Nature's Reprisal from his Spori, so I'm doing my like ranged melee attacks, and I don't know if this weapon is just buggy. I've heard people say that, or maybe it's just this boss is not meant for you to melee them, so it just doesn't make any sense to use this weapon. But I was not vibing with this. I ended up leaving this trip pretty early because I think I just need a gear swap to do Kree'arra. This is not what I'm looking for. Maybe this weapon is good if I'm actually using my off style. Like, I'm sure this is better than my runed crossbow, but I did also use this at Chambers to get melee attacks, and it seemed like it was fine there. I wasn't impressed at all, but I didn't think it was so bad that I had to go out of my way to immediately get an off-style setup. So I guess that means something. And speaking of Chambers, I of course brought the Thunder to Ohm in his hand, and it absolutely melts him. That special attack goes crazy. You're very accurate. You often hit a lot of big numbers. The special passive is going off all the time. In most of the rooms, whenever I was doing this trio raid, I was falling behind in points to varying degrees. A lot of them, it was a fair bit. Some of them, a lot. And I basically always caught up. And it's not too bad if you want to do something like shamans or mystics, though you have to get a little creative. You kind of got to do a little bit of running back and forth and prayer flicking, and it's a little janky. You're going to have to be eating food, but you can still shoot out some big numbers. Now, bigger number, of course, means more better, but what about playing the game in an entirely different way? I'm talking about AFK combats, AFK drops, AFK pets, At Scurrius, I basically can just AFK here, like auto retaliate completely. If you wanted to like turn your prayers on or bring a Blood Fury, that would obviously help a lot, but I didn't need to do this at all. I noticed that I tended to hover around like 50 or 60 HP though, so if I did get unlucky, I would start to drop a lot lower, which could be, you know, a little sketchy. So I think my recommended play, if you want to copy this, is just every few kills, like whenever you get enough for a special attack, look over, pop that special attack, get your health up to full, and then just leave it alone. Just wait for all that stuff to reset and repeat. Oh, but I don't need any more Scurrius spines. I got plenty of XP. The pet's nasty. Okay, well, let's go to something else, like KBD maybe. Yeah, so the normal KBD is a walk in the park. It is so easy. If you could guess, the super duper anti-dragon fire shield actually works really good on the King Black Dragon. Wow, this is another one where you basically just can do nothing, look over, do a special attack, eat every once in a while, and you are totally fine. And if you had Last Stand, you wouldn't even have to do that, but I would probably look over to use your special attack to speed it up every once in a while. And I have used this as AFK on the side while I do things like edit my next video while I go for a pet drop or the visage drop. And if you want to see that upcoming video, you can drop a subscription. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to ask everyone a question. Where have you done the craziest things with this weapon? And what do you think you can AFK? Those are the two things that I'm looking for to get out of the setup. This is like my legit character. This is actually how I'm playing the game. So I really want to know, like, do you guys have any cool strategies that I should be trying out? I feel like I'm doing pretty okay on drops. I mean, if I can do some insane numbers to someone that I haven't even been thinking about, I'm totally down for that. But really, if I can get another like AFK pet, that would be really cool. So let me know what you guys have been scheming in the comments below. And until the next one, take care. Goodbye.